Well, hello again. It's Mark from the 1875 Lady in Waiting channel. No, we didn't magically get a whole lot more things done and the house is transformed, but we'll get into it. So let's see the intro and we'll talk about it. So what we're doing today is we're just trying to kind of give you an idea of what we've been up to lately. I'm in one of my projects. These are kind of one of the, these are the things that pay the bills and whatnot, but we thought we'd just kind of talk about it a little bit. So this project, as you can see, well, what we've done is we've made another classroom in some folks' loft. That's basically what it is. It was their loft in their house. It's a two-story. It's a production home. They had this loft up here. I've got the curtains closed just because it's a very sunny day, and you wouldn't be able to see much if I didn't. So what we did here is we just built some desks with some dividers is basically what it is. The desks themselves, we've got a desk area underneath and then individual spots where, the front part here is it's a type of board that you can stick, tacks and staples and whatnot into. Just some simple LED strip lights that we put above it. A place that she's got a couple more file cabinets on order. When those come in, I told her I'd get them up here and get them set in place. But all in all, not a bad little room. She's got a whole handful of kids, and we've got enough space here now to provide for 6 students, and that should work out for her well, her and her family here. And then, but this is becoming more and more popular that they're doing, in-home schooling and whatnot, and this was just a way to make it seem more like an actual school space for them. So it turned out, I think it turned out pretty well. We repainted this whole room, cleaned some things up, and then built these desk units and the bookcases for them, just so that they could have an actual schoolroom. But this has been, this has taken me about 2 to 3 weeks, a little longer than it should have, but that's okay. I tried to work around their schedule a little bit, so I couldn't be here, 8-10 hours a day or whatever. But that's okay. So it's, another project done. We're going to get out of here and get back over to the real project, and that's probably where we'll pick up this video. But anyhow, it's all good. It's winter time. You take the jobs that you can get and try to stay warm and try to make progress. So we'll catch up with you on the other side. See you soon. Well, hello again and good morning. I hope you enjoyed that little segment there to start off with. Obviously, it's a new day. It's bright and sunny. We're outside today. It's a bit chilly. I think the predicted high for today is around about 25. But we're here at the house. I got Dad with me. We are going to take on a little project this morning. Obviously, I still have lots of plaster to delete and take out of the house and clean up. But I don't want to just create another mountain. And I don't want to rent another dumpster right now. I spent a couple $1,000s on dumpsters in that, cleaning all this up before, and I'm not really ready to just rent one and let it sit here for who knows how long. So what we're going to do today is we're going to build us our own little dumpster. It's just an area that we can contain everything in, keep it covered up, and anyway, when we're time, then we'll get a dumpster and we'll clean it up. So for today, that's our project, at least this morning, and we'll see how long we can handle the cold. So let's get to work. Well, good morning again. It's Mark with the 1875 Lady in Waiting channel. Hey, we've been hard at work already this morning. Apologies for yesterday. My camera died just as we were starting to put some of the trash in the dumpster. So you didn't get to look at what the final puzzle piece was. But we got it put together. It was very cold yesterday. I couldn't keep the batteries charged, so they didn't last real long. But we're back inside this morning. It's a little warmer, still mid-20s or so. But we've been in here and we've been working on that masterpiece. We've got it taken down from about, 8-9 feet high down to where it's now about 5 feet off the floor. And we're just going to keep on working on that for today. Try to get that down below the floor. The funny thing is that I had never seen this, so after I discovered it, I went down in the basement and took out a flashlight and everything, started looking for it, and sure enough, it's in the wall. It's in the block wall that divides the two halves of the house, and I confirmed while I was down there that although the ceiling joist, or the floor joist for the second floor, upstairs run this way, which is basically east and west, the floor joists in the basement do in fact run north and south, as they do on the second floor for the ceiling joist. Again, it's things I keep finding and things that make me scratch my head and go, what were people thinking? So we'll get down the basement at some point in time here, and we'll take the camera with us and we'll show a whole lot of what's down there. You think that the main floor is bad, you should see the basements. Dad's here working with me today, so that's who you'll see bouncing around in the videos as well, but we're going to keep on working, but here we go. Well, it's kind of what we're doing. You can just kind of see it's dirty, it's a mess. I'm trying to salvage as many of the bricks as I possibly can. And I really do believe that these are probably the oldest bricks I've found in the house so far. You can see there's no holes. These look like these were hand struck, potentially. They are very brittle. I'm getting out as many good ones as I can get, but there's not a whole lot of good ones. I've filled the wheelbarrow up now a couple of times here. We've probably thrown away half. I'm figuring, 40 to 50% of them as I've thrown away. But we're trying to salvage all of them we can. I will admit that old flue stack, whatever it is, that old coal stack, it is as packed full of old soot, dirt, coal dust, whatever. As you can imagine, and it's not fun working in all this. It's very dirty. We went through a couple of masks. Hey, my dad's got paper mask on, and he's cracking up because he's sneezed a couple of times now, and blew his nose, and he's like, it doesn't look like he's keeping a whole lot out, but that's kind of where we're at. We'll visit this again when we get down below the floor. We'll show you the progress. But for now, that's what we're doing, and that's what we're going to keep on working on. In the ongoing, everlasting saga that is this house, we have hit a new, I don't know, speed bump, new low, a new, are you kidding me? So I'm tearing out this chimney stack, right? Well, looky down here. You will notice, if I can get the camera down in here, that are floor joists. That's where my chimney stack was. That's looking down onto the concrete block wall that was added. I know it was added because the dates on the blocks down there say May the 9th, 17. It says 5/9/17. I guarantee you that was not 2017. I did not build a wall down there in 2017. That's why I guarantee you it was not 2017. But that hole, that's where my chimney stack was. I got to there expecting to go on down in the basement and keep right on working. That's not exactly what happens. Let's go show you the basement if I can get enough light to actually make it pick up, but we'll try real hard. So let's go down the basement. Yeah, obviously I don't have any lights down here, but this is me, and I'm standing down in the basement. And if I look up to where the light's coming through the floor, you know, there's my floor. There's the hole. Here's my concrete wall. Right there you can see that, you know, there's these dates that are put into the wall. Maybe you can see that, maybe not. I can't really tell. And what I thought was a chimney stack is right here. It's about, you know, it lines up partially. I mean, you can still see there's some of my pipes coming through. And then this stack of blocks or bricks here, I don't know. I don't know if that is I don't know if that's a support pillar. I don't know what that is now. You know, after I found the chimney up there, I assumed, I really did, I assumed that was just the chimney stack that went all the way down. You know, I'm sorry, it's really dark. I apologize in advance. But, you know, I got to that floor right there, and I said, that's a floor joist. I was absolutely flabbergasted. So they had built that chimney stack on top of the floor joist, and then apparently at some point in time they decided they needed a concrete pier, wall, something underneath there to maybe hold that up. So there's what we got. So let's go back upstairs and then we'll finish this up. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to this anymore. I'm just baffled. I get to the point where I'm thinking, it can't get any crazier, and then it does. So, here we go. So now I have a hole in the floor that is not a chimney stack, because the chimney stack's all gone. I mean, I've got another wheelbarrow load full of good bricks, and I'm going to save. And that's like 3 or 4 loads of bricks that we were able to save out of that, 9 or 10 feet. And now it's gone. So I'm at a loss. This house, every time I turn around, this house just it throws another monkey wrench at me. And a friend of mine, as he told me the other day, he goes, I'm watching your videos, and he goes, I'm almost afraid of what you'll find next. Well, add one more to the list here, because I was not expecting that. I mean, I just assumed that when I didn't take a tape measure down there. When I found the chimney stack and went down there and saw that it went all the way to the concrete floor, I just assumed that was the chimney stack that went all the way. So another mystery, another situation that leaves you scratching your head going, what were people thinking? And, oh well, and my dad says, he goes, do you have to take this down? And I said, yeah, it's valuable real estate. So that one's down. I'm kind of questioning my sanity at this point in time if I take the big fire, the big chimney down that runs, I'm pretty certain it runs all the way from the basement all the way out through the third story roof. What am I going to find in there? I don't have a clue. So, yeah. Back to work. Well, that is probably going to do it for this week. As always, we thank you so much for coming along and going on our journey with us. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the emails. It's always wonderful to hear from folks that, I know some of the comments that you send me are pretty hilarious, but because, you don't know what to tell me, you feel sorry for me. I appreciate that as well. But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week.